The most recent episode of 911 covered a season's worth of drama, with some major scenes driven by the adored fireman Henrietta "Hen" Wilson's bubbling desperation. The storylines of the ABC First Responder Drama's Season 7 finale, No Place Like Home, were continued in Episode 4. This episode focused on Hen's, Aisha Hinds, custody battle for foster daughter Mara and the 118 being led by Captain Vincent Gerrard, Brian Thompson, after Bobby, Peter Krause, unintentionally quit. The high-stakes Season 8 premiere Bee-Nado/plane emergency took precedence. In this week's episode, Hen battled to show how councilwoman Olivia Ortiz's, Veronica Falcón, personal grudge against her was the source of all the problems in her life and the lives of her colleagues, even as the firehouse faced budget cuts and possible closure. From one episode to the next, our writers truly force us to stay in the middle of our true feelings. They don't even hint to the characters or the family's arc, Hinds said to TheWrap. It feels like an exhale to finally be reunited as a family after going through this journey. In addition to managing this week's odd crises, which included saving a landlady from a tiger attack in her apartment and a cheerleader whose body turned upside down due to an injury, Hen and her spouse Karen, Tracy Thoms, appeared in court to regain custody of Mara from Maddie, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Chim, Kenneth Choi. Even though it appeared that Ortiz would succeed in severing the family and closing the 118 altogether, Hen and Bobby were able to enlist Gerrard and force the politician to acknowledge her transgressions on camera, which caused her to withdraw from the mayoral contest and cease to be a threat. With the exception of Ortiz, everyone came out ahead in the end since Bobby was given his old position as captain of the 118 back and Gerrard took over as his fireman consultant on the fictional 911 firefighting show. The actress who plays Hen's wife Karen, Tracy Thoms, said, "They keep us on our toes on this show. We know what show we're on, so we can unwind for the time being." For the time being, Thoms, to be really honest, there are moments when I receive a script and something is going on. It's not quite the same since we read our scripts on different devices. However, I would hurl a script across the room if I were in possession of one. You know, why can't the Wilsons just get a break? Because everything appears to be going according to plan, and then, like everyone on 911, we run into a roadblock. Hints: from one episode to the next, our writers really force us to stay in our genuine feelings, they don't even hint at the character or family arcs. As a result, we are genuinely waiting to find out if we will be able to retain our daughter. It felt like, oh, you take another breath of oxygen, there's hope, when we received this script. We're essentially sitting in these genuine emotions that are at odds with one another as Hen's stress level rises as a result of everything, and she's bringing it home to Karen. And it feels almost like an exhale when we finally come together as a family at the end of episode 4 after going through this trip. Those courtroom scenes packed so much emotion for both of your characters. What was it like to film those? Hints: it was genuinely very unique as I had to direct and anchor these lengthy scenes with all of these individuals in the courtroom. The 118 is present. The director on it was Marita Grabiak, and she was incredibly considerate in keeping the plot true to what it is and what has to happen, as well as creating a setting that safeguarded me as a performer. She is also aware of how difficult it is to uphold and defend the family. Hen knew she had a major joker card in her back pocket, that is, that Gerrard would record the talk with Ortiz and not reveal it too soon, so there was that simmering desperation I felt as Hen. Hen knows the nemesis she was up against, so she was careful to play that without knowing what could come back after her next. But she felt strongly about getting to deal this hand at this point. By the end of the episode, it all seemed to have come together well, with Bobby returning, Gerrard landing a TV program, and Ortiz out of the race. However, those budget cuts probably won't go away, and 911 enjoys a surprising turn of events. What hint, Thoms? We get excited about it because it comes so infrequently and we think, oh, okay, we can relax for now. But we're aware of the show we're on. Because we are familiar with the 911 roller coaster, we are constantly wondering, what's going to come up next? However, I believe that the Wilson family is just delighted to be reunited and to have this family unit together, and they are cherishing each other for as long as possible. I hope the coming days will be uneventful and that the family's problems will be minor ones. They're just hugging one another, appreciating the moment, and being thankful for it right now. Karen's fans are pleading for her to appear on television more often, either in an emergency situation or perhaps as a cast member in a future musical episode. Karen is a rocket scientist, says Toms. I'm ready, put me in the coach. Would everyone be willing to belt out 911? Hints, what I'm saying is this. I don't understand. Are they aware of our cast members? Toms, Tracy. I've been talking endlessly about it, an entire musical episode isn't necessary. To me, that seems like such a blind spot, so all we need Tracy Toms to do is give us what she has. It's an eschewed chance. Toms, Aisha, makes that claim frequently. It's okay that Karen is not a singer. The karaoke episode was a prank on us. We attempted a karaoke session, but we had to depart before we could begin. Hints, before she was a rocket scientist, we need a Karen Begins origin episode.